All right, I want to make macaroons. So let's see. Most of the recipes are calling for enough ingredients to make about 30 to 40 um, macaroons, and I didn't want to make that many. So we're going to see. This is a long way, which just takes forever to do. And you beat these eggs. You should be able to use a mixer, and I haven't done that in years. So the idea with the whisk is to get the air into each and every layer. You see it starting to foam up. So we keep doing that until it foams and peaks. It's stiff and it peaked on this little mixer thing, and that's a peak right there. That's how you want them. You want them stiff like that. That's how you know they are ready. Now I'll fold into this the rest of my ingredients, which is going to be a little sugar. I'm not going to do too much. I'm going to put the sugar in, adding a little at a time until it's a little stiff. I want it to stay stiff. And then I'll add the coconuts in it. All right, so I'm going to, this is stiff. I'm going to keep it stiff. I may have to go back to the mixer rather. I'm going to keep that air in there. It's sugar and it's doing what sugar does. So it's dissolving, but I want to keep it this way. It's 2/3 cup of sugar. Now I am going to go back to the blender. It's getting heavy. I don't have that strength in my arm that I used to. I'm going to taste. No, it's sweet. It's granulated sugar, so I'm going to beat it a little bit with this blender. It's supposed to be stiff and shiny. Not as stiff as it was. And it looked sort of stiff. It is really, it's shiny. It's supposed to be stiff and shiny. So now you fold the coconut over into it. And this is not what you want because it's all in between there. The mixture gets all, you see it all in between there. Ugh, making a mess. So let me get something to fold. I'm going to use this spoon. And the reason I'm going to use this spoon is because I can just drop it onto the cookie sheet. And folding, you just simply do that. You scoop it out, fold it over, add some more stuff. You're just taking the stuff and folding it. It'll mix, creating nice little layers. It's sort of so you're not disturbing the form. There's a recipe on the back of the Great Value bag that looks like it chopped it in half, the recipe. Most recipes are calling for 4 egg whites. You generally take that in thirds. They're all gooey, 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 gooey like candy, but these are macaroons. Now, I did see one recipe. There is supposed to be sticky, so when I see it separating like it is, that means there's some coconut in there that doesn't have any egg white and sugar mixture on it. I did see a recipe that said you toast the coconut first and then whip your egg whites. There's no milk in this, so for those that are looking for a kosher recipe, this would fit the bill. So everything appears to be sticky, 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 sticky. So I'm going to get the cookie sheet now. Now I'm using that same spoon, because it's a small spoon, that I folded the coconut in with to make the mounds. You can make your mounds as large or small as you want. They love supersize, but they also love mini. So that's up to you. Now you can also do drizzle the tops of these with some melted chocolate if you like, or once they finish baking and you cool them, you can drizzle them with some chocolate across the top of them, or you can just dip the bottoms in some chocolate. If you do that, make sure they're cool. Dip the bottoms in the melted chocolate. I would grease or lightly spray the cookie sheet or foil, and then once you dip the chocolate in there, you can set them on there. And when the chocolate cools, it will come right off really easy. I have an odd number. Now I have to go in here. Now you can shape these if you like, or you can leave them in these little messy balls, because once you mix that, completely fold that coconut into the sugar and egg white mixture, it's sticky and it holds them together and shapes them. You really don't have to form balls unless you just want them to be a certain shape. And if that's so, you can get one of those little mini scoopers and it'll scoop out just the right amount, or you can use a teaspoon. That's what we used to use years ago, a teaspoon. All right, these go in the oven. Some recipes say 15 minutes, some say 20 minutes. I'm going to let them go in there for 10 minutes and see what they look like, because the 10-minute mark should keep them nice and chewy. They'll rest on the cookie sheet and cool, and then they'll be ready to serve, because I'm not going to add any chocolate to them. Maybe, maybe not. I'll see. I may add semi-sweet, just a little, one semi-sweet chocolate morsel in the middle of those. Saves work too. And for the sweetest of the sweet tooth, I have some, if you notice, some are small, smaller than others. I better just set these on top because I'm messing up the form and the shape. I'm just going to set them on top of some. The heat from them should cause them to melt some, I think. They're semi-sweets. They usually hold their shape, though. Oh. Slightly in. to them. They are gorgeous. Ugh. And I'm forcing that down and I'm messing up the shape of them, so I guess I better leave them alone. But I want to put them in part of them and leave it out of the other part. So as you can see, they're lightly toasted on top, and the bottoms have a toast on them too, because that's what happens. The bottoms normally cook a little bit more. They have to cool. They're stiff on the outside, so they hold their shape. Oh, that is so good. That is delicious. So try it, and if so, leave me a comment. Let me know how yours turned out. These are delicious. Oh, especially if you like almond joys. I may have to drizzle it, like for a holiday, Christmas or something. If you just put it in a little small piping thing, a piping bag, or use make you a makeshift piping bag using a sandwich bag or parchment paper. You can do that and just drizzle it. It'll put a nice little skinny line across those, or dip the bottoms. But again, let them cool so you can pick them up as one whole unit and dip the bottoms in the just have like a bowl of melted chocolate, and you take one and just put the bottom on it and set it on a greased cookie sheet. So again, let me know how yours turn out. Love to hear your comments. Don't forget, show some channel love by hitting the like and subscribe button.